Days after the arrest of Paris attacks terrorist Saleh Abdeslam from the city, Belgium's capital Brussels was struck by terror this morning. Two explosions took place at its international airport and another at a metro station, which is close to several European Union institutions. At least 30 people have lost their lives in these three bombings. Believed to be carried out by suicide attackers, it has set alarm bells ringing all across Europe, in the US and even at home, with the realization taking hold that terror is a fast-spreading global contagion.
The clock had just struck 8 on Tuesday morning when the bustle at Brussels' Zaventem airport was blasted into chaos with an explosion. The bomb went off in the departure hall close to the American Airlines desk. Smoke billowed everywhere and people ran helter-skelter in panic. Some ran towards the exit while others in the runway's direction when another bomb went off closer to the runway.
I just went to the toilet and then after 5 minutes I heard an explosion and all the ceilings is going down. And then I just go under the sink and then the second explosion went and then everything is black. And I see, when I go out, I see a lot of people with blood, and I just run out of the airport. Yeah, and all the building there is it's like a chaos there.
What was you feeling at that moment?
I'm so scared. I feel like it's the end of the world.
The blasts led to a transport freeze to and from the airport. More than 200 flights were either cancelled or diverted. But as the airport was being evacuated, another bomb went off at Maelbeek metro station close to the office of the European Commission. This triggered a freeze on almost all transport in the Belgian capital. Advisories were issued for people to stay indoors and not move around while sirens wailed throughout the city, moving the injured to hospitals. The Belgian government has condemned the terror attacks.
Een terroristische aanval en dat is gebeurd.
We feared a terrorist attack would happen, and this is what happened. In Zaventem and in the metro stations in Brussels, terrorists have committed murder. We are confronted with a situation in which there are many dead and many wounded.
We zijn geconfronteerd met een situatie waar
Several images on social media reveal the devastation at the airport. All windows at the departure hall have been shattered. A video shows terror-struck flyers running into a corridor. No terror group has claimed responsibility for the attacks so far, but the Islamic State is the suspected perpetrator. Belgium's terror link is now well established. There were inputs of terror attacks in Brussels even after last year's attacks in Paris. The Tuesday explosions have taken place just 4 days after the arrest of Paris attacks suicide bomber Saleh Abdeslam in Brussels. Abdeslam was a close associate of the mastermind Abdelhamid Abaoud. Security officials are saying that the Brussels bombings were carried out by suicide attackers.
This morning there were two explosions in Zaventem, of which one was probably the work of a suicide bomber and a second explosion a bit later in Maelbeek.
World leaders have condemned the attacks in the harshest of words. Security has been tightened in large cities across the world. External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj has informed that no Indian has been killed in the Brussels blasts. 2 crew members of Jet Airways have, however, been injured. Stranded Indian passengers have been accommodated in hotels. The MEA has also given emergency number at the Indian Embassy in Belgium for people to call for information. These are +32 264 09140, +32 264 51850 and +32 476748 575. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has also condemned the attacks and expressed solidarity with the bereaved families.
We condemn this attack in the strongest possible terms. We stand in solidarity with the people and government of Belgium. We offer our condolences to the families of the victims. Terrorism is a global scourge, and the attack in Belgium underscores once again the need to counter it unitedly. Our mission in Belgium is closely monitoring the situation.
The MEA has further informed that the Prime Minister will be travelling to Brussels for the India-EU summit as scheduled on the 30th of March. He will be having some bilaterals there as well. A high alert is in place at all Indian airports as a result of the Brussels bombings, and security has been augmented. All flights to the Belgian capital have been cancelled. Clearly, the Brussels bombings have had a radius of terror far wider than their destruction, underlining the need for the world to come together to combat terror. Newsnight Desk, DD News.